When you were 11 years old, who were your favorite band?
11 years old.
Around that age. Yeah.
Around 11 years old. I would probably say I really liked. This is incredibly difficult. You should know that I have a deficient sense of time. I have kind of a sense of temporal displacement. I have trouble recalling various moments on the arc of time, so it's difficult for me to remember exactly what would be 11. But I would probably say I was really into Poison.
Our dads introduced us to your music. What music did your dad introduce you to?
My dad introduced me to Muddy Waters. He introduced me to John Lee Hooker, Nina Simone, Thelonious Monk, and he also really liked Gloria Estefan.
What was the first song you ever wrote about a girl? Did she know you wrote it and about her, and did she like it?
First song I ever wrote about a girl. I'm trying to think back to the high school days, because I was writing songs in high school. Did I write a song about a girl in high school? There was a brief mention of the supermodel Naomi Campbell in one of my songs, and she did not know. I'm pretty sure she doesn't know that I mentioned her in a song in high school. I'm almost positive.
Where was the first concert you played with Jimmy in your band, and what do you remember about it?
I do remember this. Jimmy hired me as a guitar player for a Jimmy Sutton show. He had a show as Jimmy Sutton, and it was in Seattle, Washington. It was quite a few years ago now, and he hired me on guitar, Carl Sonny Leyland, a fabulous British pianist, and Bobby Trimble, who's a great drummer and a great friend of ours. And we played a show at the Shake the Shack Festival in Seattle, Washington.
Have you ever forgotten the words for one of your songs during a concert?
Let's just go and say every single time.
What is the best and worst part about touring?
The best part about touring, these are excellent questions, by the way. These are probably the best questions I've ever been asked. So the best part about touring is performing, and also I would throw in van hijinks. We'll get on one thing and drive that into the ground, and then we'll get out of the van, because the van is very insular, and so we'll get to doing something in the van, and then we'll take that out of the van, and people react very strangely because they don't know what's going on. Like, you'll see us do this a lot, and it gets to the point where we'll be walking down the street, like going for gelato or something, and we're all, trying to perfect that snap. That was pretty good, but it looks pretty silly when we're always just going like this. So that's fun. I like doing that stuff. Worst part about touring is missing my two little girls and my wife, and being away from home, because I love being at home. I love feeding the dog and sitting on the couch. I love that stuff.
What sport in the Olympics would you like to compete in?
I am probably the worst athlete that ever lived. I did play baseball for a very short amount of time in high school, but I was there only because I made a complete 9-player baseball team, and so they had to hire me. But I love soccer, but they wouldn't let me do soccer because I can barely run around the block. Maybe they'd let me be a ball boy for the tennis.
And who is your favorite Spice Girl?
My favorite Spice Girl is Scary Spice. Do you want to know why?
Yeah, sure.
I always thought it was really cool when she would wear those camouflage shorts, and then I saw her years later on Dancing with the Stars, and I rooted for her. I thought she was great, and she's a little crazy, and I like that. Who's your favorite Spice Girl? Oh.
Well, one of them.
I don't know.
You could just say posh. Posh is the most popular one.